and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So today we are building an underground house, an underground tiny house. There was a bug with one of the squares at some point, so it actually counts as 65 tiles. I don't really know what happened. It was a 64 and then it suddenly changed to 65 at some point and I didn't really notice what I did. So that sucks. So technically it's considered a small home. But what you can do is you can change the bathroom just a little bit so it's one square smaller, one tile smaller, so it still counts as a tiny house. And I actually wanted to do this as a microhome, but because with these sorts of underground houses, you do need this little space outside the house to actually be able to enter, or because otherwise you just have like two squares and I can't, that doesn't look pretty. So yeah, I needed some space outside the house itself just to decorate and add some plants and just make it a little bit pretty. So it couldn't be a microhome, but it's a tiny house. So anyway, or it's technically a small. I might actually change the bathroom before I upload it so it is a tiny house. It's just, I don't know what happened at some point. I must have changed half a tile at some point and it turned into an entire tile. I don't really know. I could go on about this forever because it'd always be a lot. So anyways, but yeah, that is what we're doing today. I have done two builds like this in the past, so underground houses. One of them was a little bit more contemporary and the other one was rustic and very brown, and I kind of like that one. It reminded me a little bit of Honey. I think it was autumn inspired, so it must have been sometime around like August or September or something. But ever since I did the other two, you guys have been asking continuously for another underground house, so I decided to do one today. And this one is more modern when it comes to the interior. Obviously, when it comes to the exterior, it's kind of limited what you can do because you're not really dealing with a proper exterior, you know? Like, it's a hole in the ground, so it's kind of limited, like how can you decorate it and stuff. But I tried to make the outside look like it would fit with the inside, so we are going for a lot more color compared to the more contemporary underground house that I did in July last year, I think. So yeah, it is a bit more 50s inspired, if you will, because we're using mid-century modern items, or it could technically also be just like Scandinavian inspired, except there's a lot of color in there. I don't really know. You'll see in just a little bit. It's definitely a very, very, very small house. They don't have, I say they because it has room for two Sims, and they don't really have a proper living room, but there is a TV in the bedroom, and there's about 2 bookcases as well, so they can level up skills and stuff if they want to, if they need to for gameplay purposes. That's all covered. And if I get another question about what happens when it starts raining, nothing happens when it starts raining because The Sims doesn't work that way. I get questions about that I swear, every week, someone on my first underground house, so the contemporary one, the one I did in July, every week I'll get someone asking, I wouldn't want to live in this house if it starts raining, or what happens when it starts raining, or there's a flooding coming when it starts raining. The Sims doesn't work like that. Sure, this kind of house would not be practical for rainy conditions in real life, but it doesn't really matter in The Sims. So we're just going with it. Have some imagination and just go with it. Don't think about it too much. The rain will be fine. Nothing is gonna get flooded. The house is just fine. It's like when people ask, why did you put a chimney on the outside of the house if there's no fireplace inside? Well, maybe I thought it looked pretty and it doesn't really matter because it's The Sims, it's a game. It's just one of those things. So yeah, nothing will happen if it starts raining. Don't ask me. And I promise, like, I get one of those comments every single week on the other one. It's kind of like, oh, here we go again, you know? So anyways, I'm just getting ahead of it now. Nothing will happen to this house. The game doesn't work that way, and it can handle rain. And also the roots from the trees do not bother the interior at all either, because trees in The Sims don't have roots. So that is my, that's my rant about previous comments for today. Anyways, I hope you're all doing great, even though the outside, actually it's very sunny today and I kind of want to go outside, but at the same time I also kind of don't. And I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing actually. So yesterday, this video was supposed to go up yesterday, but I've been dealing with some back pain, and I know that sounds like a bad excuse. I normally, if I'm dealing with any kind of pain, I'll just work through it because I'm built like that as a person. Apparently, I was brought up like that. It just, we don't think about it too much in my family. So, anyways, but it was like on my lower right side of my. I don't know if I've been sleeping in a wonky position or something like that because it's gone today. But I just simply could not sit down in my computer chair for long periods of time. So I decided to just take it very slow, and that's why this video was not up yesterday, but it was supposed to have gone up yesterday. We were supposed to start the shell challenge today, but I'm moving that for tomorrow, so I hope that's okay with you guys. You'll have something to do while we're all in self-isolation, and I'm looking forward to going through all the builds as well. I've decided that I'm going to do a tiny house, not a micro home, but I hope that's okay as well. So yeah, anyways. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing actually, so we're talking like up until 5 a.m. the other day because I'm a sucky adult, but it's so much fun, it's so relaxing, and I'm just enjoying it so much. I have 3 new villagers in my island, on my island, and I'm looking forward to them moving there. I've recruited 3 new villagers, they've not moved there yet, but I'm building their houses, so they should be there soon. And yeah, I'm really having a lot of fun with it. So for those of you who were asking on the last video, I love it. It's a lot, like, it's so relaxing, and I love the sounds as well, and it makes me just chill out completely. So it's got my stamp of approval. But anyways, yeah, I feel like this is the 3rd voiceover in a row where I'm basically talking about anything but the build, but I don't know, maybe I'm in that kind of mood lately. Maybe it's because we're in self-isolation and I've not talked to other people face to face for a while. Actually, I talked to my mom, when was it? What day is it today? Sunday, I think Friday or Thursday, face to face as well. She's coming over here tonight with my brother too, so I've been kind of like, I've had doors open to the outside, so kind of, what'd you call that? Like, freshened up the air? I don't know how to phrase it. Makes it sound like my apartment was super smelly or something before. I promise it's not. It's actually really nicely smelling. That didn't make any sense. I have like scented candles here and there and stuff, so it always smells nice in here. Don't worry, that's not what I meant. I just wanted to make sure that we have fresh air in here just because it's advised by the health people, the health experts, so I'm listening to them. And yeah, but they're coming over tonight. We're gonna eat together and just talk for a little bit so we're not all completely just self-isolated completely, but we're not seeing friends or anything, so it's just gonna be the 3 of us. Basically, what the most important thing when it comes to us in this isolation phase is that my mom does not get in contact with a lot of people because she has asthma. So if she just gets in contact with me, my dad, and my brother, we think she'll be fine, as long as none of us have the virus or whatever. So we're not seeing each other much, but they're coming over today. So it's the 2nd time this week I'm seeing her, and I saw her once last week as well, and I think that's about it for this week. It's also Sunday. We have a new week starting tomorrow. It's going to be exciting what's going to happen, and yeah, I hope you're all doing good though. I really hope you're all doing great. So anyways, we have moved on to, I think we're actually completely done with the kitchen. Also, I saved the bathroom for I think I even did most of the exterior before I did the bathroom. I don't really know what that was about. I might be misremembering though, because I was really tired when I like finished up this build. But I think I saved it until the very end. I could be wrong though, we'll see in just a little bit. But yeah, I think the kitchen is done now, so that means the dining area as well. They do have another dining table outside in the little platform that you step into, or that doesn't make any sense either. When you walk down the stairs, that little area, there's another dining table there with a couple of chairs. I think there's even 3 so they can have a friend over if they want to, or if you only have 1 sim living in this house, basement, whatever you want to call this sort of build, you could have 2 friends over, so there should be that going for them. But I did decide, just in case it does rain, that it would be nice for them to also have an eating area inside. And I also put a laptop out there just because it's nice to have a computer for gameplay purposes. You can do a lot on computers, and also for certain careers it's really nice to have one as for like policemen, or what's it called? Detectives, I suppose, or critiques, or that's not what it's called either. It's going really well today, critics, and also writers, and you know, all that sort of thing. So it's just nice to have a computer for certain things when it comes to The Sims, so I decided to put one of those in the kitchen. But that asked me because it is a laptop, you can put it into your Sims inventory, so it doesn't have to take up that spot on this island counter. You can just move it back and forth from the inventory to the counter when your Sims or when your Sim has to use it, basically. So they're really good for tiny houses. If you don't want to add an entire desk, basically, you can just place them on the dining table. So yeah, anyways, but that was about it for the bedroom as well. You did see I put a TV in there. However, there is like, I really wish they would add an animation so that Sims can lie in bed and watch TV. We have that in Sims 2 and 3, right? Why would we not have that in Sims 4? I don't get that, but it would just be so easy for certain builds like these, where we don't have a lot of space, to be able to watch TV when you're sitting on the bed or in the bed, not just on the side of the bed, because I know that they can do that too. But why would you have your TV on the side of the bed? You'd usually have it in front of the bed, right? Like, that makes more sense. Like, if you look at it realistically, I've never seen a house where they have the TV on the side of the bed instead of in front of the bed. Am I making sense right now? So I don't really put TVs on the sides of the beds for that reason, even though in The Sims it makes more sense to do it like that because they can actually sit down and watch it. Anyways, moving on. So that's a little bit annoying, but there's a TV in there. They'll just have to stand up and watch it. Also, I want to point out that the brick that I'm using in this little area that you step into when you walk down the stairs, it is actually white, but for some reason it comes off as gray. I'm not really sure what's going on there. The reason that I haven't done an underground house for a while, even though it's been requested so many times, is because I have had a few bugs when it comes to underground houses or basements, especially since, I want to say, Strangerville, even though I did do underground houses a couple of times after that. It's been weirder since like Discover University or an update around that time. It's just not been, something has been off, or maybe it was around Realm of Magic actually. Something has been off at least. So that's why I haven't done it until now, or done a new one until now, but I decided to just ignore that. It's like, there's another request that I get a lot. It's got something to do with Solani. I don't really remember it right now, but I can't do that one because for some reason it doesn't work in my game, and I've checked it and it doesn't work, and I don't really know what's going on there. That's what I had with basements and like open basements like this. It just wasn't working for a while, but today I made it work, fortunately. So here you go, there's an underground house. But as you can see, the wallpaper is still not normal. I don't know what's going on with that, but we'll just have to deal with it for this build. I'm still planning on doing another one of these that's maybe a little bit bigger because I know that's been requested a lot of times too, so you may see that coming up within the next month or two or so. But other than that, let me know what else you want to see in the comment section down below, and I think that is about it for today. So if you guys like this house, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. I also just want to mention quickly that if you do like Minecraft, I'm currently doing house tutorials over on my second channel. There's a link to that channel in the description down below. Plus, I think that hopefully we'll start a server soon so that we can play together and stuff, because I think that's a lot of fun, just building up a server together. I love doing that, so I've applied for one. I'm hoping it goes through, but we'll see. And other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!
I gave you half my heart and figured there is just no trust in you. Fool you, I will fool you, I will fool you, 'cause you're never gonna get the best of me. Use you, I will use you, I will use you, until I am strong enough, until I can break these cuffs. You and I, we tried so hard to